We
All
love you,
right.
Matthew
The
St.
U.S.
Germain.
Department of Veterans Affairs has taken a historic step in mental health treatment for veterans, announcing its first government-funded study on psychedelic-assisted therapy since the 1960s. This groundbreaking study, led by the Providence VA Medical Center in Rhode Island, will examine the use of MDMA-assisted therapy for veterans struggling with PTSD and alcohol use disorder. VA Undersecretary for Health, Sharif El-Nahal, introduced this initiative at a recent health conference where he was joined by Senator Kristen Sinema of Arizona and Representative Morgan Luttrell of Texas, both advocates for psychedelic therapy reform. The study aims to test the safety and effectiveness of MDMA-assisted psychotherapy, including a unique approach to low-dose MDMA in the placebo group to address potential functional unblinding. That is to make sure participants don't know which treatment arm they're in. Alan Hall emphasized the VA's commitment to leadership in this area, stating VA must lead on this encouraging area of investigation so that we can continue to build trust with veterans contending with these severe health conditions, and we will. Following the announcement, Rachel Yehuda, Director of Mental Health at the VA James J. Peters Medical Center, shared the agency's positive results from an initial MDMA trial. Yehuda, who also leads the Center for Psychedelic Psychotherapy and Trauma Research, praised the VA's leadership and potential of psychedelic therapies for veterans, saying that their work has produced stunning and robust results. Despite a recent decision from the FDA to deny MDMA therapy approval, Yehuda remains optimistic, urging the VA to double down on research to keep building the case for these therapies. The VA study comes amid growing calls for psychedelic therapy options for veterans. With bipartisan support in Congress, lawmakers recently staged an event at the U.S. Capitol calling for FDA approval of MDMA therapy and unveiling an art installation honoring veterans lost to suicide. In a related debate, the U.S. House of Representatives recently approved amendments to a spending bill that would allow VA doctors to recommend medical marijuana and promote further research into both marijuana and psychedelics. In August, the Senate Appropriations Committee also raised concerns about restrictions limiting this kind of research, signaling an increasing push from lawmakers to support alternative treatments for veterans. Meanwhile, the DEA is facing pushback from advocates after an administrative judge denied the agency's attempt to exclude key witnesses and evidence in an upcoming hearing on its plans to ban certain psychedelic compounds used for research. As support grows, advocates for veterans have even released a guidebook aimed at helping veterans understand and access psychedelic-assisted therapies, responding to what they describe as a demand for alternative mental health solutions. In short, the VA's new study marks a significant step forward in exploring innovative, potentially life-changing treatments for veterans, signaling a new era of hope for those who have sacrificed for their country. I think this is a great story. If Matthew St. Germain were here, I think he would say Republican, blah, 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 something like that. But for me, I love this. I love that there's support for both sides. I think this is a great story that he chose, and we definitely do need to do something to assist the people who have fought for our country.
Mm-hmm. No, this is great news. This is great news.
It is great news.
I see why Matthew St. Germain found this story.
I do. Oh my gosh, they're calling him muted St. Germain in the chat.
That's cute. That is really cute.
I think this is a great story. I wish Nick Bradley was in the chat for once. Love to hear his thoughts on that.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Did they say how long that this study will take for them to get the results?
They did not.
They did not. Man, I hope it.
Has the government ever told us a project completion date?
Yeah, but they just kicked the can down the road. I'm just hoping that they had some kind of a mile marker.
Oh yeah. No, because that's too much like accountability. This is once again the government. JB squared.
Interesting. Well, shout out to the veterans out there. We do appreciate all that you've done, especially when it comes around Election Day. That is one of the main reasons that we have the ability to vote and whatnot, is because all the men and women that have fought for our country, for our freedom. And so we definitely want to thank all of the veterans out there. This is a great thing, and I hope we get some good results from this test.
No, absolutely. I think this is awesome. I'm really excited about it.
Mm-hmm. Did it say how they're going to select the people that are going to participate in the study? It
did not.
Or if there is any interest in applying for the study, how a veteran would apply?
I did not see that. I did not see that.
That's too bad. That is too bad. Oh well. Oh look, there he is. He's back.
He wants us to wait.
Yeah.
Come back to him.
I bet.
Unfortunately, when JB Squared runs a show, we run an efficient ship.
That's right.
And we're going to end on time today.
We are going to end on time today, but man, let me tell you something. We're coming up to our last story, you guys. Here we go. And I do apologize. I started to read it a little prematurely, but nonetheless,